Good evening. How are you guys doing today? How have your days been? Have you been outside? Have you enjoyed the lovely weather today? Have you been able to enjoy the story and the craft and the activity from your sheet or from your booklet? How did you get on with the worship workout? Victoria was a little bit tired after doing it this morning, and I can't blame her. It's pretty intense. Maybe you've been trying to learn the actions or even learn the words to the song. And if you have, and you want to share a video or a photo of you doing it with us here on social media, we would love to see it. Now, today has revolved a lot around food. Our story talked about a particular meal that Moses and his family, and in fact, all of God's people shared in. So I thought that I would share with you one of my favorite foods. It's a food that can come quite small. It can come a bit bigger. You can even get it absolutely huge, and you can either eat just one of them or you could eat loads of them in a go. This particular thing I've eaten a lot of in one go, and it made me a little bit sick, so I can maybe overdo it with my favorite food. Hopefully you don't do the same, but if you do, then I sympathize. Can you have a guess at what it might be? Not sandwiches. It's not pies. It's this. I absolutely love sausage rolls. And this is what I managed to eat today at one of the wonderful cafes that we have around the town. It was lovely to be able to go out. And particularly, I like them when they are homemade. I love buying them and eating them when they're made from a shop, but I particularly like homemade ones. Maybe you or your parents can make a really good sausage roll. If you can, I would love to come round and try it. So that's my favourite food. What's your favourite food? We would love to see what you like as well. You don't have to send us a picture. You could just say, my favourite food is pizza, or I really like a nice cottage pie, or one of my other favourite foods, which is almost the complete opposite, it's vegan, is a great falafel and hummus wrap. I love a falafel and hummus wrap. So tasty. What is it that you like? And one of the questions that you had for today was the question, is there a meal that's special to you? Now, I really like sausage rolls, but I wouldn't say they're particularly special. And the reason we asked that question is because the story from today focused on a meal that started back in the time of Moses, but is something that has been going ever since. And it's a meal that is had by particularly Jewish people, but is also shared by other people at the same time every year. It's now known as the Pascha, or the Passover, and it's also a meal that Jesus had. And when we read about Jesus and his followers eating it in the Bible, we often call it by the name the Last Supper, as it was the last thing that Jesus ate with his friends before he died. So not only was it a special meal for them, but now for Christians around the world, it has become a special meal as well, because it's something that we have been sharing in for over 2,000 years. And we share it at a table very much like this one just behind me. But we don't tend to call it the Passover or the Pascha or the Last Supper. We tend to call it communion. And maybe you have had a communion meal before. It's a very simple thing. It only has two parts to it. It has some bread and it has some wine, or maybe some grape juice. And we do it to remember Jesus, to remember what happened on that last night that he was with his friends before he made the ultimate sacrifice. So for Christians, the communion meal that we share together is a really special, important meal. It's maybe not something we've been able to do during lockdown, but it is still something that we very much look forward to being able to share together. But what about you? What are your favourite meals? Is it maybe something as simple as my sausage roll? Maybe it's getting everyone together at Christmas or on a birthday for a massive big roast. My in-laws very much like having roast dinners. Or maybe it's something completely different. Maybe it's something that nobody else has possibly even ever heard of. Whatever it is, we hope that you have the opportunity to have a really special meal with your friends or with your family at some point soon. And that even though things are a bit weird at the moment, that you get to be able to celebrate something together, whether it's a birthday or some kind of anniversary. Maybe it's like the Hebrew people do and celebrating the fact that God freed them at a particular time. Who knows? But whatever you've been up to today, we hope that you have had a good, fun day. And we hope that you join us again for day 3, when we'll be halfway through our week. And we have even more fun in store. So we will see you guys really soon.